What is going on, guys? Randall419, the man with the million, back again with another daily video. How's everybody doing? This is going to be my review for What Remains of Edith Finch. Yes, it is the first PS4 game I finished. I heard lots of good things about this game, so I decided to play it in between a break of Last of Us, and I am so happy and glad I did, because this game is spectacular. So it's developed by Giant Sparrow. It's out now for $20 on PC and PS4. But oh my god, guys, what a game this was, even though it clocks in at maybe around an hour and a half long. So the game is a walking simulator. Even though that's like a dirty term for a lot of people, that is exactly what it is. I would rather call it a first-person interactive game, or maybe like a first-person storybook game. The basic story setup is you play as Edith Finch, and you have returned to your childhood home after 7 years. And as you explore the home, you kind of uncover the memories that you had not necessarily forgotten, but are brought up to the surface from being there. Now, the way the game keeps it fresh, and this is probably my favorite part of the game, and I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, so all the clips are taken from the very beginning, is that when you come to the house and you investigate, you'll eventually uncover the stories of the people that lived there. And when you uncover the stories of your family members that live there, the gameplay elements change from story to story, and it is so completely unexpected, and it caught me completely off guard, that it really made me smile in the ways that they did this. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but honestly, play this game. I can't stress this enough. Now, I'm also going to say, this is a very sad, very depressing game. It is a game about loss. It's a game about death. So if you are feeling particularly sad one day, don't play this game. But also, I'm going to talk about some of the other things I really like. Now, in the video, you see that all the dialogue that is spoken in the game basically appears as gold letters in the area somewhere that kind of catches your attention. I really liked that take on it, because it's like subtitles, but not really. It really adds a lot to the story that I really loved exploring as much of the house as I could. The voice acting is excellent for the main character, less so for some of the other characters, but that's not really a big issue. Now, you can interact with certain things in the game. They usually have like a gold outline, and you use the right trigger to interact with things, to maybe hear some backstory about a picture or something in the game. But there's minimal interaction. It is basically a story that is being told to you as you explore this house. But my god, guys, I finished it in one sitting. I was so taken aback by how great this game is, and how it changes, like I mentioned before, for each of the family members. And I don't want to spoil it, so you're going to have to, see it for yourself, but it is really truly something special. Some of the other things I really enjoyed about the game is the house is filled with so much stuff that it truly does feel like a family lived there. Each of the rooms is just stuff like from wall to wall with things that you look at and infer like what that person was like. And it truly makes it seem like this gigantic, dilapidated house was once a thriving place with many people living in it. I really like that aspect. I really like the beautiful and warm emotive colors that the game used when you're in the house. A lot of greens, a lot of reds, a lot of blues, a lot of striking colors that drew me in. The music, oh god, the music is fantastic. It's subtle, but powerful enough, and it always builds up whenever necessary to provide the perfect background to what the narrative is trying to say. So what I mean by that is basically it's not noticeable at some parts, but then it really kind of kicks in when you're getting to that big moment and the music starts up fantastic. Like I said, the other thing I really, really enjoy is the gameplay. It is surprisingly varied for an interactive story in ways that something like Firewatch or Gone Home or Blackwood Crossing are not. Very varied. My Grandpa Sam spent and honestly, I'm struggling to think of some negatives. Obviously, it's probably too short, maybe too expensive for its own good at an hour and a half, which is why I'm having a tough time thinking of what I want to score this game. But I do want to say that this is the best of these interactive games, of the walking simulators. None of those other games I mentioned have drew me in and told such a deeply sad and depressing but really great story. I honestly felt at some parts bad for the characters in the game in ways that I haven't felt like that maybe ever. And that is a true testament to the storytelling that Giant Sparrow have done here. This is a must-play for anybody that likes these interactive type of games. This is a must-play, I think, if you're a PS4 owner, a PC owner. Hopefully, maybe one day it comes to Xbox, so all my Xbox brethren can play this as well, because it deserves an audience. Honestly, I'm trying to think of a con for the game, and the only one I can think of is that it ends at some point. I finished the game, and I immediately started it back up to go in for another round, to look around and immerse myself into this world of the Finches and their cursed life. Do yourself a favor, and if you have the time and the money, please pick this game up. You will not be disappointed. It is one of the best games I have played all year. Probably one of the best games I might have played this entire generation. Which is why I'm going to give this game a 9.5. Right up there with Rime for me. Two games I completely adored. And I am so happy I got to play this game. So, 9.5. For What Remains of Edith Finch, I completely recommend it. Go pick this game up. It will blow your socks off. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more content if you haven't already. And I will see everybody later.